curls around shattered streetlights. Ice devil glides, eyes freezing souls. Concrete cracks under his laughter. Whispers of doom ride the night air. Buildings bleed shadow, alleys twist. Reflections of the fallen. Flesh and steel shimmer in icy red. A prelude to carnage. Ripster burst from sewer smoke. Claws glinting, streets shake with jaws. Horrid echoes call the pack. Night screams in his wake. Cab hurls through the darkness. Spikes catching moonlight. Steel fins slicing the silence. Terror's apprentice at work. Whipping walls, shadows obey his rhythm. A ghost in scales, a phantom of deep sea rain. Big Slammu stomps, windows shatter, the pavement cracks. His roar drags fear from the gutters, waking the dead of the city. Touch slides in. Armored like nightmare steel. Pigs snapping at ghosts. Blood dripping from reflections of death. Paranoid scares cackling in laboratory ruins. Mutant horrors crawling in corners. Shadows obey his command. Cubes machinery hums. A scream, metal lips slicing the barn, assembling monsters despair. Street shark pack unite. Shadows collide, jaws snap, tails whip. Ice devil observes, eyes glowing, tasting fear as they fight. Bags twirl the pipes, eyes like lanterns of despair. The pack swipes nights, claws, but even shadows retreat from Ice Devil's glare. Raises his arms, frost spikes the air. Cortex rips and he quivers. Fear condenses into icy daggers. Ripster leaves, scales cut in the night. Screams follow in his wake. Echoes bouncing off stone walls. Jabs by javelins. Through fog, moonlight glints on teeth sharper than senators. Screams, strikes, terror on sight, shadows shred and hiss. Each rotation bursts nightmares from the wet of fog abyss. Slammu stomps, streets ripple like water. Bodies lift, feared and cracks, swallowed by cold stairs. Tense, terrorist, drug slides like liquid metal. Fangs tearing the silence. Claws rake shadows into screaming shapes. Bricks barricades by sky. Ripster releases worms with razor mouths. They crawl into eyes, into cracks, into minds unseen but deadly. Down machines, ears grind like skulls. Drops of flesh and steel march through streets of the flesh. Manipulates. He spreads his wings, frost burns alleyways. Every step a shadow, every glance a scream. Raptors jaws drip, tearing gun shapes into swings. Street lights flicker, shadows retreat, breathing ancient blood. Paranoid laughs, worm hordes rise, horror crawling from the walls. Eyes screaming unseen dread. Strength releases, mechanical beasts. Their gears screech like waves. They fight, they bite, they tear the city's breath away. Ships of all corners, frost tendrils reach. The world bows, shadows kneel, screams freeze midair. Sharks in the abyss, the street sharks regroup. Jaws snapping, tails lashing, to chaos, terror a tangible pulse. Silence aftermath. Ice devil smiles, city silent but alive with whispers. Sharks vanish in the shadows, alleys we fry. Darkness eternal.
Fog curls around shattered streetlights. Ice devil glides, eyes freezing souls. Concrete cracks under his laughter. Whispers of doom ride the night air. Buildings bleed shadow, alleys twist. Reflections of the fallen. Flesh and steel shimmer in icy red. A prelude to carnage.
Ripster burst from sewer smoke, claws glinting, street shake with jaws. Horrid echoes call the pack, night screams in his wake.
Cab hurls through the darkness, spikes catching moonlight, steel fins slicing the silence. Terror's apprentice at work.
Whipping walls, shadows obey his rhythm. A ghost in scales, a phantom of deep sea rain. Big Slammu stomps, windows shatter, the pavement cracks. His roar drags fear from the gutters, waking the dead of the city. Slides in, armored like nightmare steel. Pigs snapping at ghosts, blood dripping from reflections of death. Paranoid stares, cackling in laboratory ruins. Mutant horrors crawling in corners. Shadows obey his command. Cubes machinery a scream, metal limbs slicing the barn, assembling monsters despair. Street shark pack unite, shadows collide, jaws snap, tails whip. Ice devil observes, eyes glowing, tasting fear as they fight. Bags twirl the pipes, eyes like lanterns of despair. The pack swipes nights, claws, but even shadows retreat from Ice Devil's glare! Raises his arms, frost spikes the air! Context with city quivers, fear condenses into icy daggers!
Ripster leaps, scales cut in the night. Screams follow in his wake, echoes bouncing off stone walls.
Jabs by javelins, tail coils snapping through fog. Moonlight glints on teeth sharper than citadels. Screech, scratch, terror on sight, shadows shred and hiss. Each rotation bursts nightmares from the wet of